So guys, today is gonna be a leg day video, but before getting into the working part, I wanna get something off my chest. I'm gonna talk about a little bit of my mental state. If you're not interested in that, I'm gonna put a timestamp on screen right now, so skip to that part if you're only here for the gym stuff. So I wrote down a couple of things I wanted to talk about, but the biggest thing is, like right here, I arrived pretty late. So you had like the first weeks of February, Erasmus itself organized a couple of meetings for people to know each other, and I wasn't there because I had mandatory school at the moment, so I arrived later than the other people. So every friend group was basically already made. Like every group of people, most are like 8, 6, sometimes maybe more, were already like firm, you know. So when I got here, I was never really included in someone's friend group. I'm always like invited, but I'm not part of the group, you know. So if I want to go out, I just have to be lucky to be asked by someone else. And at one point it's like, yeah, it sucks, but at the other hand, I don't know how to say it, but the feeling that you're dependent about other people asking you sucks, because if I ask some people to go out with me, they'll probably say no, and it's not because I ask, it's because we're not with like a real friend group. If I was part of someone's friend group and I would ask my friend group like, do we go out, everybody's gonna say yes, but that's not the case because I'm not included in anybody's friend group. People are very fake because of that. I mean, you meet some people with going out or going somewhere, and you meet them, you get a little talk with them like an hour, and then that's it. If you ask them the next day you want to do something, you are lucky if you even get a response. And that's because I'm not part of any friend group, because I arrived so late that every friend group has already been made. So all that combined caused me to feel really lonely. And I mean, it's weird that I say this, because in Belgium I do so many things alone. Like I rarely do things with my friends. Of course I do them. I go with the gym to my friends. Sometimes I go to like a big city to go shopping or something. I don't know. I do things with my friends, but here it's really different. In Belgium, I am most of the time alone, but I don't feel lonely. And here, most of the time I am alone, but I do feel lonely because I don't have a group of friends that I can count on. In Belgium, I have that. I have my best friends. If I call them to say, want to do something, they're gonna say yes. Over here, I swear, you're lucky if you get a response. So people here are way different than in Belgium. They are really fake. And it's not the local people I'm talking about. It's all the people that are on Erasmus. I've got like the feeling that people don't really like the way you are. If you want to be part of someone's friend group, you really have to change your personality. And that's weird because I don't want to do that. If that's the case, then I don't want to be friends with you. It's like you really have to get accepted into someone's friend group, and that just doesn't happen right here. I mean, I've gone out with somebody's friends. Like I know somebody who invited me to go out, and then we got out and it was fun, this and that, but then it's like I'm not part of them. It's like you always have to set up like a little poker face to be accepted, and it really hammers down on my mental state, because it's like every day I have to put on a poker face and be like someone else, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be someone else, to be accepted in somebody's friend group and to have fun with other people. It's like for me, if I meet somebody and I have a good talk with them, if they send me a message the day after like want to do something, I'm down, you know. But some people just don't work that way, and I have to accept that. I think that's the hardest things about being here. So I want to be alone, but I don't want to feel lonely. But that's not the case right now. Most of the time I am alone, and I also feel lonely. That's just the hard reality. But that's also why I like the gym so much, because in the gym I like being alone. I like training alone. Also, I like training with my best friends in Belgium. Of course, that's one of the best things that ever happens to me every week. Like I really look out to Friday, because Friday is like standard day for chest with my mates, and it's one of the best days here. But like right here, the gym is like the place where I can be alone and don't feel lonely. And that's like the only place that occasion really happens. And I know some of you guys behind the camera that are listening right now maybe can relate to this. I think the gym the effort you put in, it's what you get out. It's reality. The gym is real with you. The gym doesn't lie with you, and people here do. So yeah, but I don't know. It's like every day I go for a little walk here just to put my thoughts away, because what I've talked about in the beginning of the yap has been busy in my mind, you know. I've really been thinking about it, and I don't know. It just sucks. I just want to have like a group of people that I really can count on, not like one person, you know. But yeah, let's get into the gym part. It's gonna be a leg day, as I said. Gym is gonna be pretty busy because there's like a feast month here. It's called the Fayas, and there's so many people in the city. It's actually insane. It's firework every day. It's actually crazy. So the gym is pretty busy every day. But let's get into the gym part. Thank you guys for listening to this boring yap stuff.